Hello, and welcome to installment 2 of the OD Diaries. I'm having a little lighting issue tonight, as you can see, but after a second it should be all set. If you haven't seen the first installment of OD Diaries, please start there, otherwise nothing I'm about to say is going to make any sense. Um, Tonight I thought I would talk a bit about what causes odor disorders. Odor disorders can be caused by a lot of different things. Some of them include enzyme deficiencies, allergic reactions to foods, general or specific food processing problems, gland problems, infections, illnesses. The list goes on, but the end result is always the same. Anyone with an odor disorder is going to smell bad to other people. Now, I should get into a little bit more specifics, especially about internal odor disorders. Odor disorders are usually divided into external and internal. External odor disorders, those are things like skin infections, gland problems, things of that nature. Um, Internal odor disorders are things that happen within the body that cause an odor to occur. So, a general internal odor disorder would be something that affects the general digestive system. Um, those would be things like your stomach ulcers, kidney stones, liver hepatitis, urinary tract infection, anything that screws up your general digestion could cause an odor disorder. Specific internal odor disorders are usually caused by either a specific problem with a food, like for instance, your body can't handle strawberries or carrots or whatever the food may be, or a specific problem with a substance found in multiple foods. So, for example, if you had a problem with iron, then any time that you ate food containing iron, no matter what that food was, your odor is probably going to get worse. Now, there are three problems you could have with a food substance, though. So, for instance, you could be getting too much of that substance, in which case you need to cut back. Or you could be getting not enough of that substance, which is called a deficiency, in which case you need to get more. Or the third option is your body might be totally unable to process that substance, in which case it doesn't matter how much of it you get. And so it's really important not only to know whether you have an internal or external odor disorder, but also to know the category that it falls under. Especially since if it's a food-based thing, there are so many different types of food substances. Iron, magnesium, choline, calcium, the list goes on and on. So, just deciding that foods are causing your odor isn't enough. You have to figure out what your trigger foods are, if you even have any at all. If you don't have any, then it may not be food-based. It might be some sort of other problem. And so, but these are all of the things that could create an odor disorder. And so that's why not only do a lot more people have odor disorders than you might think, but that's why everyone ought to know about them, because they can be such a problem and they can strike anyone of any age at any time. And so I really feel that it's important for everybody to see this video, because you might get an odor disorder, or you might have already met someone with an odor disorder, or you might meet someone with an odor disorder further down the line. And so, especially where kids are concerned, because so many bad things happened to me as a kid because I have an odor disorder and I didn't know what was wrong with me and nobody would listen to me. And so for everyone to have this information, then they can keep an eye on kids, and if they find any kids that they think may have an odor disorder, they'll know how to deal with it much better than I was dealt with as a kid. Um, and so in installment 3, I'm going to talk about how to tell someone from an odor disorder from someone who just has someone with an odor disorder from someone who just has bad hygiene. Because that's a very important thing too. There are people out there who do have bad hygiene, but there are also people out there who have actual medical odor disorders. So stay tuned for installment number 3. Thank you.